Hello again. We're here at the last day of the first week of Advent. Advent, that word that means coming. What we've been doing is the Advent calendar. The idea behind the calendar is that we do activities every day as we anticipate the coming. First of all, the coming of Christmas, the celebration of Jesus' birth, his first coming as a human. And so therefore we look back in a sense and say he has come, which gives us a little bit of confidence that God just might keep his promises, because all through the Hebrew scripture we see these promises about this one that is coming. So the Advent in a sense looks back, but it celebrates a coming. But it's not just that coming, because Jesus did live on this planet, and he brought this something called the kingdom of God to advance it in its way into the hearts of human beings, and goodness begins to grow. And he promised as he was leaving, we have witnesses that say he said, "I will be with you in spirit." And so we anticipate, we expect another coming, the coming into our hearts and into our lives of the way of Christ. And so Advent has that idea as well, the coming that he makes himself known. And then he promised that he would return again in the bodily form. What all that means and what all that looks like, we don't know. But we do know that he has promised to come back, and when he does, make everything right and make everything good. I heard someone say one time, why don't we live toward what we hope for? And if we're hoping, if we have this certain expectation that God is going to make everything right and good, then let's live toward that good. Let's bring that good about. And so the actions that we've been looking at this week have been talking about that. Can we bless somebody that we don't even know? You know, can we think about encouraging somebody, especially somebody that may be, alone? Can we move into that kind of life and goodness with them? And of course, not all the goodness has taken place in this world, in our lives. So it's important to acknowledge that and to say these are still things that we are hoping for. We're not there yet. And kind of say, okay, what maybe can we do in those things that we still hope will come? How can we live toward them? And then, of course, we just have to be thankful, because a lot of things have come. The goodness has been revealed. Jesus has shown himself to us in different ways. Think about thankfulness in the goodness that already has happened. It helps us move to the future. For instance, yesterday morning, I was getting my contact ready and so forth. I had a new bottle of solution, and I squirted, and the contact just flies out because it was full. And when I didn't mean to squirt, but it shot off, and I was looking for it everywhere, and I couldn't find it at all. It's not that it wasn't that big of a deal, but it just kind of starts the morning as you kind of aggravated. And then when I reached up to get another contact, I store them up here. When I reached up to get, there it was on the back of my hand. And I was just like, my whole attitude, my whole thought process changed. And so when we're talking about the goodness that has come, we're not talking about large, unbelievably magnificent things. Those are wonderful and we can pinpoint, but just pinpoint the small good things. And if we can think about those good things, focus on those good things, and all of a sudden our attitude changes as we look ahead. We might just anticipate even more good things. Have a great weekend.